I'm getting the energy of the high priest or the high priestess. So you could be on a journey as a high priest or high priestess, or this is something that is unfolding at this time in your life. Number two could be specific. Perhaps you were born on the second of the month or the second month of the year, or you are simply on life path number two. So we'll dive in here and see the messages that are coming in at this time. For some of you, your own spirit team are actually happy and delighted at this time. So they are indeed celebrating with you at this time. Okay, there is something that you have accomplished. For some of you, this is something that your own lineage have been struggling for in 7 generations here. Okay, this has everything to do with number seven. I'm also getting number seven. Um, okay, it can be 7 chakras or the 7 scenes connected to that. Okay, something like that. So there could be some type of energies that are literally not happy with you now because you are stepping in your power, and this will somewhat reveal their true sense of being. Okay, by just you being yourself, something like that. Okay, I'm also getting the energy of a fake high priest or high priestess, because by you stepping into that power as a high priest or high priestess, we literally tell the difference between the two. Okay, so something connected to 7 chakras for some of you here. Okay, so your kundalini energy could be specific at the time. All right, so I'm also getting anything connected to your lower chakras here. This is the root chakra and also the sacral chakra. So these are the very basics that are very important as far as your awakening is concerned. These are the chakras that you have to pay much more attention to and heal more, as they can actually make or break you moving forward in your life here, guys. As you all know that all these centers are actually interconnected in a way, but there are those that actually plays more of a major role as far as your awakening is concerned here. As the root chakra rules that scene of greed. Okay, so there will also be a sense of you feeling as in like you are not enough. So the minute you feel that you are not enough, what you are doing is not enough, what you are giving is not enough, so that energy of greed is also manifesting in your life, because that's exactly how it starts, by making you feel less, as in like you're not good enough, you're not giving it enough, or someone is better than you, etc. Okay, that's how the energy of greed manifests. So you will literally want to do more. You will literally want to extend yourself. You will literally want to prove yourself. Okay, so as it goes, then it grows, and as it grows, it becomes more problematic, where you will literally want to take steps into improving, doing things that maybe even they are not even aligned with you or your journey, something like that. And the other one is lust. Okay, you wanting to experience things of the physical, it can be sexual or any way, shape, or form here, guys. Whatever that is, it will cause you to want to indulge more in those things that um, satisfies your pleasure in a way here, in a physical way. Okay, those are the very basics that can literally be more um, affecting as far as your life journey and your health is concerned here, guys. Okay, and these are the very same chakras that are literally being um, attacked in a way here, guys. Okay, so I'm also getting the energy that um, for those that manipulate the energy, they make use of these energies as they come more as a prize. Okay, they come more as a prize. So if you choose to somewhat sell your soul, these chakras becomes more of a price. So you have to pay to them, abide to them, by being greedy, abusing those that are less fortunate than you. Okay, abusing people perhaps in a way of pleasure. That's the chakra number two of the sacral. Okay, harnessing their power connected to the sacral chakra. This is the water element. Okay, so this is the payment that you are somewhat have to do to pay for what you actually wanted. All right, so this simply means that your true core of your kundalini energy will remain coiled. Okay, because you operate in a sense of lower chakras, of which is the root and the sacral. Okay, so your job is actually to harness other people's energies so that you get something to survive. So you live in a survival mode without you even realizing, regardless of, perhaps it can be the power that you carry or the amount of the finances that you might be in possession of. Okay, this is a sense of more of a slavery that you don't necessarily recognize. It can be because of lack of knowledge or a lack of understanding in a way, shape, or form here, guys. Okay, that's it. So you give some for you to get something. Something of that sort for some of you. So we'll dive in here and see the type of dragon that is connecting with you or protecting you, my collective, at this time. So these type of individuals are literally angry at you at this time because they can't manipulate you. They can't use you at this time because now you have realized your worth and you have realized your uniqueness, as in, like, you are different and there is nobody actually like you. Okay, and no one can actually do things exactly like you because you are different. This is self value. When you value yourself, when you are grateful for your own existence, this brings more of that sense of balance. You balance your, your root chakra by believing in oneself and believing that what God has given you is enough. Okay, that is a sense of surety there, and it brings balance to that root chakra. Okay, so this is the base that for the most part can literally be shaken in many ways, shape, or form, so that you feel less and you want to do something about your situation. Okay, whereas the only thing that you have to do is turn inward and realize your self-worth and realize that true power comes from within. Okay, and the minute you appreciate yourself for who you are, that's it. You give power to the self. Okay, so let's dive and see the dragon that is connecting with you at this time. All right, so you are appreciated by me so much for just stopping here and choosing me, guys. Okay, know that you are much appreciated here. So we'll dive and see the type of dragon that is connecting with you as far as the situation is concerned, or the type of dragon that is literally protecting you at this time here, guys. Okay, so always remember the readings here are general like that, so you will take what resonate with you and your life journey. Never force anything onto yourself here, guys. Okay, so I got two dragons instead of one. The first one is the emerald dragon. Okay, the emerald dragons, it brings in healing and cosmic abundance. So good fortune is coming because of what you have accomplished. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. So you are operating in the fifth dimensional way of thinking for some of you. So the other one is the gold crested dragon. It brings you higher love so that you embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light, you are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. Anything to do with the fifth dimensional, so something literally changed energetically. That's why, like I always emphasize, you must be in the same vibration for the energy to be able to manipulate you. Okay, so once you vibrate in that sense of lack, in that sense of you not being enough, you are in the same vibrational as someone who is manipulating the energy to gain something of the material. Okay, you are literally in the same vibration. There is nothing that separates you from them, and they can make use of your energy because of that cosmic law. And also, if you can't get hold of your horses, okay, it can be sexually. It simply means you are also in that vibration where you are being controlled by lust. Okay, you can't stay intact of your own physical pleasure, whatever that is that you wanted to experience. As in, like, there is something that is driving you in a way That's how they can actually make use of you, your energy, your aura, and you work for them as they manifest the blessings that are literally connected to you and your divine light. Okay, so the minute you understand this, the better it gets. Okay, so you are being advised to operate in the fifth dimensional way of thinking here and stay there and stay there. So they are angry because they can't reach you at this time. So we're having the deep blue dragon here saying it keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Okay, trust that you are protected. Walk on the path of light. So this is you walking on the path of light at this time. So at the top we're having the black dragon here. The black dragon is saying, it's a black dragon from Saturn planet, saying it brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. The more disciplined you are, the better it gets for you. Okay, with this, I'm also getting the energy of sloth. This is the scene of sloth connected to your crown chakra, okay, of which the crown allows you to stay there, okay? It allows you to stay in your power, all right? So that you don't necessarily get lazy to do the things that needs to be done by you, because laziness, it is the sin of sloth, where you don't necessarily have the energy to do the needful, what needs to be done by you. And the interconnectedness of all your chakras are somewhat controlled by the crown. The minute you wear your crown and let it stay there, the better it gets, because you will be able to maneuver. Okay, you will be able to maneuver here. So the black dragon here, it brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate version. Congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. Okay, so this feels like there was some type of energies that were literally trying to manipulate you or bring you in that very same state. This reminds me of the last video that I made of the grandmother here. Okay, because this feels more like a continuation of that. Okay, so it is that type of energy that literally wanted you to take you back so that the Kundalini in you remains coiled. Okay, always remember you can awaken the energy in you. Okay, but you must always do the needful by being disciplined to make it stay there. Okay, so if you don't stay disciplined in your life, it is likely that it will go back and coil back again. Okay, but this is not the same with someone who has not yet awakened the energy at all. Okay, but it has the capacity to go back there because of your way of thinking. If you just sit on your potential like that, okay, and think that the energy will somewhat stay there. There are energies that are fighting 24/7 to make sure that you don't necessarily stay there. That's why number 7 is actually a divine number. It's a number connected to God, okay? Because the minute you master your 7 chakras and that they are somewhat interconnected in a way, you are likely to overcome the enemies that are working against you in spirit here. The first thing that the enemy will do is to make you believe that the enemy is not there, negativity is not there, of which is something that you have to recognize that it exists so that you stay in your light. Okay, you can never know the light if you have never been in that darkness. Okay, something like that for you, collective. So the minute you understand that, the better it gets. So it's a matter of you standing in your power and remaining there. Okay, remaining there. It's easy to climb the ladder, but standing there or staying there, that's where a real challenge actually happened here. Okay, yeah, something like that here. So for some of you, it can be that type of energy that they were literally trying to make use of, okay, by making you feel less of yourself, as in like there is something lacking. Okay, maybe you are not doing enough, maybe there is something that is lacking in you. Okay, so that it drags you down, so that you think that something could be missing as far as you are concerned. Okay, There is something that you are lacking. Okay, so this will introduce you to what? That energy of greed. Okay, that's an introduction. So it's up to you whether you allow the energy or you stay in your power. You know your worth in that sense here, guys. Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, something like that. And you do the needful, as in like what needs to be done by you. All right, so let's quickly dive and see what is it that your ancestors have to say as far as your energy is concerned. So they are aware that good luck is now with you with this dragon here. Abundance. This is cosmic abundance because you are being supported by the forces that cannot be seen here. And this is something that they can't necessarily do something about because these are the forces of the highest order. Okay. These are not connected to the lower chakras that they can literally manipulate in a way. Okay. The minute you can no longer be manipulated, know that the enemy has lost all power over you. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, can you speak as far as the energy that is here is concerned? Can you speak as far as the energy that is here? Always remember that when you feel that you are less than the rest, you will feel depressed. You will feel deprived even. And this will want you to indulge to make yourself feel better. This is when you introduce the sin that connects you with your solar plexus. This is your fire, your energy. So you will want to eat just to make yourself feel comfortable, overindulge in a way. Okay, it can be in drinks, alcohol, or anything like that. Okay, so this is you giving your power entirely. So, all right. I hope this makes sense to some of you. So let's dive and see what is it that your ancestors have to say as far as the energy that is here is concerned for you, collective. So we have a card there. We're having stack. Stack is here. So the stack card is saying trust and thrive. We're having the sun at the bottom of the deck. So this is a yes card saying enjoy success and happiness at this time. Enjoy success and happiness at this time. So we're having a spring. So the spring is saying see your seeds grow. So it is that time when things will start moving for you here because nothing is keeping you stagnant at this time. Okay, unless if you choose to allow yourself to be that way. The high priest, speaking of the high priest, the high priestess we have in the moon. The moon is that type of an intuitive energy that we all have within ourselves here, guys. Okay, the power to connect with the divine. So your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, that's exactly what connects you with the divine here, guys. This is the power of intuition, the power that you carry, the power to differentiate between right and wrong. And for them, they have to attack you through that energy. Okay, they have to attack you through that energy because if you can't differentiate between right and wrong, this simply means that you can be manipulated as far as your emotions are concerned. If someone can tell you that, oh, because you don't have this, it simply means that you are worthless, and then you feel sad about that, it simply means that they can actually send arrows to you here. Okay, because of that. So it's more of a gateway or a portal to attack you. The first test, as in what they say, affects you. This is in control of your emotions, how you feel, how you react, okay, to the things that are being thrown at you, emotionally, so to speak. The arrows here is saying surround yourself with protective energy here. Okay, surround yourself with protective energy. That's how energy is being exchanged. Okay, through emotions. Your emotions are somewhat ruled by what? That sacral chakra, the water element that rules your some of your chakras here. Okay, that's why we're having the trader here. So the trader is saying exchange energy to create abundance. So they are literally pushing you in that sense where you have to exchange energy so that abundance is somewhat created. The question is where this type of energy is manifesting. Okay, is it coming to you or to them? Okay, are they exchanging energy to create abundance for you or for them, because they are the ones that are actually bringing in this energy so that you exchange it and they get abundance in return. And they leave you with what? Sadness. Okay? They leave you in your own emotions here. Something like that. That's another thing that I'm also getting. So the minute you are aware of this, the better it gets. The minute you are aware of this, the better it gets. So we all have choices in life. We choose our own path. Okay. So never allow someone to tell you, why are you not doing this? Okay. Don't you think that you are depriving yourself in life or something like that? It is your journey. And it's not a conference call, it is a call directed to you. The minute you understand this, my collective, the better it gets here. Okay, the better it gets. Because sometimes what you see is not always what you get here. What you see is not always what you get. So for some of you with this, as a high priestess, it's more like your intuition is somewhat sharp at this time. So you can see beneath the naked eye. So now you know right from wrong. It's more like you can differentiate between right and wrong by collective. Something like that for you here. And because of this, there's a sense of you moving forward in a way um, that cannot be explained here. Okay, so we'll dive to this deck. We'll dive to the stack energy here and see what is it that the stack has to say for you, my collective. So I'll go through the stack card and also that of um, the moon's energy. Okay, so the stack is saying, come alive and thrive, stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. Okay, so you are stepping in your light at this time. You have an opportunity to thrive, trusting all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become a reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stack energy allows you to feel safe because the anchors keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence. Okay, and your presence. So, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged in retaining your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you have accomplished. This, in turn, will give you even more power to thrive onwards and upwards here. Okay, this is simply you standing in your power and trusting in it. Trusting in it. So let's dive to the moon's card. Let's dive to the moon's energy here and see what is it that Mother Moon has to say. So having the sun here. That's the moon. Okay. So we'll dive to the moon here. So the moon is saying, use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusion and blockages. Okay? The lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you are being guided to use your discernment at this time. When the moon appears, intuitive or rather psychic edges are increased. Like already I have emphasized, you might be experiencing more of a heightened intuition here. So your dreams could be vivid at this time. So you see more clearer now, okay, as far as your life is concerned moving forward. So take note of any feelings arising this time. They are the messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark. So ask yourself if you are avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be something that will hold you back in the shadows when you deny, or in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. Know that your destiny is for you to be in the light. Okay? Whatever you choose to carry that will somewhat put you in the darkness, it's all on you. Because the moon's energy here is saying your destiny is for you to stay in the light. So the more you ignore the things of importance as far as your life journey is concerned, you are allowing yourself, or rather dragging yourself, in the state of darkness, of which this has nothing to do with anybody. It's your own doing. Because always remember, the enemy can do much, but for the most part, you are the one that is actually in control of your life. So it is you who could literally give the rite of passage to things to manifest in your life. So creating more of boundaries spiritually as far as your life is concerned here. Okay. The attacker can attack. So are you receiving? That's a question. So let's dive to the tarot cards here quickly and see. Spirits, can you speak as far as the energy that is here is concerned? So I'm also getting the energy of the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Okay, the Seven of Cups, it is that energy that actually create more of confusion here, and also the energy of overwhelmed. Okay, it can be overjoy or over sadness, however you perceive it. Okay, so but then the Seven of Cups, it's more of those cups that literally have a lot of things in it that are actually different, that creates more of a confusion, as in what or which one should you choose. So the minute you have more options in your life, that's the energy of greed. Okay, where you would want everything. Okay, something like that. Another is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, swords are actually connected to your intellect. This is the element of air. Okay, so the Seven of Swords creates more of confusion. That's why it is connected more to the element of manipulation of some sort here. Okay, the Seven of Swords represent all these seven sins. That's another thing that I'm also getting here. Okay, so let's dive here. So 777 could be specific here. Okay, luck is on your side. That's another thing. So the number 7 is also that number that is somewhat now the enemy is trying to make use of to stop your 777 of luck, that 777 of abundance. Okay, so let's see more messages for my collective spirit speak. What's in the energy? Yeah, trying to pin you down, trying to pin you down with the Ten of Swords, with the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Wands, so that you don't necessarily do the needful. This will take you to that energy of sloth, where your crown chakra is somewhat imbalanced, whereas your energy is here. You are being given the rite of passage. This is transitioning. You are moving to calmer waters here. So they are trying to stop you from doing so. How? That's how they are trying to take off your crown. Okay? This is the crown. This is the emperor. Okay? The crown chakra. This is connected to your crown chakra. This allows you to do the needful, what needs to be done by you. Okay? Moving forward with grace, staying in your power. This is the energy of confusion here. Anything connected to the seven sins, the seven chakras here. Okay? So the minute you align your chakras, remember the most important is the root, because the minute you start with the root, it allows you to move up to the sacral, then go to the solar plexus, then the heart, then the throat, then the third eye, here, the crown. Then you stay in your power, because all these chakras can't necessarily be in balance at once, because you are an individual and you live in the 3D. So you are somewhat imbalanced in a way. So one or two chakras might literally be in balance. That's why meditation is very important daily, so that you bring balance to your chakras in every way, shape, or form, regardless of your experiences or what you can literally bump into in your daily life. Okay, something like that. That is why they need to meditate, to pray, to connect. Okay, so that you don't necessarily stay disconnected. This energy this energy will disconnect you from your higher self here. Okay, the aim of this energy is to disconnect you from your higher self. I'm also getting anything connected to the marines. Remember, energies of the marines kingdom that are actually made use to manipulate. Okay, how they do this is through your chakras here. If they are not aligned, if you can easily be manipulated here, they make use of those lower chakras here to harness the power that comes with you here. Okay, these are the people that have actually manipulated the marine kingdom for them to get abundance in this lifetime without awakening the Kundalini energy in them, because this requires hard work, this requires dedication, this requires you to connect with the self, this requires you to step into those flaws that you are having, face them head on, deal with them regardless of how discomforting they are. And not everyone can literally walk the path. Okay, not everybody wants that. So people prefer the ready made. And this is why the dominance of the marine kingdom now, okay, it's because of this. People don't want to do the hard work. And how you pay, that's where pain comes, okay? And once they experience the hardships and the pain that comes with that, only then they want to repent, of which is just a waste of time instead of you just doing the work that needs to be done and get it on and be in this energy. Move to calmer waters here. Okay. Just imagine when you are being forced to do something so that you stay in a certain status or a certain position in your life or something like that. Mainly because you don't want to lose something. Okay. Something like that. It's something that is more uncomfortable in a way. Okay. So stay in your truth here with the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is a true healer, someone who stands for the truth here, more of a healer of some sort. So this is the energy that you embody at this time. And this brings what? Balance in your life, happiness in your life. Okay. Some things are deprived in one's life mainly because it's a price. Because in everything that you want to gain through the energy of manipulation, that sense of self, that sense of things that you were meant to experience in this lifetime will be deprived from you. This includes your happiness in whole. You feeling whole within yourself, you being happy in the true sense of the word here, okay? Perhaps even you creating your own family in a way. So these are the things that can literally be deprived from you. Because for you to create, for you to have something like this, your sacral chakra must be balanced, must be active. This is the energy of creation. So if you give this power away, this will definitely be deprived from you. Okay. And the minute you understand this, the better. So you will forever remain a karmic. Someone who's sad, someone who wants revenge in everything, someone who always wants to make other people feel bad about themselves or their existence in a way. And this introduces you to the energy of the sin connected to the throat. This is jealousy. This is envy. Okay, so you are not happy for what others have. Okay, you are not happy if you see someone happy. You are not happy if you see someone do better than you. Okay, something like that. Something like that. So nobody actually feels comfortable in looking in the mirror and seeing themselves and seeing how imperfect they are. But the minute you understand that I'm human, I'm imperfect, so I feel this way because of something that still needs to be worked within me. So the minute you understand this, the better it will be for you. And as you learn day in and day out, and then you understand that, okay, not everything is your fault, but it is your fault when you choose to stay in a place that will definitely make your life even worse. Okay, what is it that you will teach your children? What is it that you will teach your lineage or anything like that? Okay, so this is some type of a union that has to happen in you so that you create unity outside. It has to start with you. Okay, that's why the focus must first be with you before with other individuals. Only when you step into the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, only then you can work with others. Something like that here, guys. Okay. So when your spirit team are saying pause, concentrate on yourself, do so. So that when the time arrives, when they say, now it's time for you to share your energy in a true sense of the word, where you won't necessarily also be able to be manipulated. Always remember that the hunter is not always the hunter. You might come up more as the hunter only to find that you are the hunted, okay, instead of you being the hunter. That's why 333. So I'm also getting the energy of 333. So we're having the Nine of Pentacles here, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, okay? So always remember, there is the good and bad in everything. So know what is it that you stand for and fight for whatever that is, okay? That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. So 1010, time cycles are completely closed at this time as you step into your power. So you have taken your power back in a way here. So nothing can stop you moving forward here. Nothing can literally stop you from shining your light, my collective here, okay? So let's see the type of energy that is supporting you in spirit. This will be your overall energy, my collective here, guys. So let's get the overall energy here. Who is supporting my collective in spirit as far as the energy that is here is concerned? Who is supporting my collective in spirit? Spirit, speak for the collective, please, and thank you. We're having El Moria saying, awaken presence. Awaken presence. Okay? The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So let's get the message that comes with that. El Moria. Okay? Color blue and white could literally be specific for some of you at this time. So let's get the message of El Moria and what is it that he wants you to know at this time. So El Moria is saying spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. El Moria is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, okay? People, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you, there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on Moria and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universe, to the universal life force. It's all about you facing life head on, recognizing what needs to be recognize what needs to be corrected. Like already I have emphasized, nobody wants to look in the mirror and see their true reflection and accept it as it comes. So those that allow themselves to be in that energy and see that and allow this and reconnect with the universal light so that they better their lives moving forward. Only those will experience a sense of protection. There is no better protection than knowing the value that you carry by staying grounded in your energy, by remaining unshaken, regardless of who says what, when, okay? Something like that. So that's it. That's the energy that I'm getting. So this is your overall energy here, guys. There's a need for you to awaken your presences at this time, okay? So I really hope it does resonate with some of you. Do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching me and you find this more helpful to your situation, okay? As someone who comes back every now and then, watch me, comment, share, okay, and support the channel in every way, shape, or form. You are much appreciated by me so much so, guys, okay? And until then, guys, you take care. Bye.